Crapping, everybody. So I really, well, first of all, check this thing out. Look at that beauty. Yeah, right. Was it scratched up on the back? Oh, you bet it is. This is a Wild Audio. It's called a Wild Audio. Yep, it's the old Zach Wild fella. Like him as a player. I love his guitars. So, a little something about what I just did right there. I learned to play just from what I heard, what I could hear. I could kind of mock a little bit of what I heard on guitar. I learned to play solo stuff before I actually learned how to play songs, because I could hear those notes. I could pick them out. My cousin John actually showed me a bar chord and showed me Crazy Train, and it completely changed. Anyways, changed everything for me. He showed me a bar chord. That was it. It was over. Okay, cool. Let me just take it from here. So that was, thank you, cousin John. I appreciate that. Got a bad chord or jack or something here, but I never saw it as a problem that I didn't have any knowledge. I actually thought it was kind of cool because I had no boundaries, had nothing to kind of hold me back, to hold me within parameters. So, and in music, you've even heard the late, great Eddie Van Halen say there are no rules. There are just parameters, walls. I never saw a problem, is what I'm getting at. I never saw a problem with what I was playing because I didn't know if it was correct or incorrect. Did it line up with theory? I eventually learned some theory, and it was fantastic. If you're out there and you're just watching this, I'll show you a little bit about kind of what I just did right there. This is for very beginner, intermediate guitar players like myself. I'm by no means a professional anymore. I might have done it at one point, but that's been years ago. Now I just play for fun and that's it. But what I really, and I'll show you, if you want to see more guitar stuff, cool. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. But I really want to say I didn't see any problems with the way I was playing, the way I was learning by ear. I only saw solutions. I only saw, well, if I keep doing this, I'll figure some stuff out. I never, I was completely lucky, completely blessed growing up and learning to play guitar. And when I finally got in, to the band scene and started doing my thing with all my friends, a lot of people in my area thought I was a really fantastic guitar player. I think that's awesome. I never thought that. I never really believed that I was a great guitar player. What I did know, and a lot of that is maybe due to my limited knowledge, what I did know was that I felt what I was playing. So I understood what notes made you feel a certain way. When you felt a certain way and you played these notes on guitar, you were able to express it. But it wasn't, I'm getting off track, but it wasn't a problem for me that I didn't really know what I was doing, what I was playing. Now that thing I just did there was a little thing that I actually wrote in E minor. Um, Again, I love talking about guitar stuff, but I didn't see the problem. What I want to know is, are you the kind of person that sees problems or solutions? And this is really important to understand who you are, and to understand that's my buddy. He does suspension work on my dirt bikes, and to understand who other people are, and to recognize their differences from you, to recognize your own state of mind. Where are you? Who are you as a person? Are you a problem seer? Are you a solution seer? Are you a problem resolver? Are you a problem revolver? I really like the way that sounds. Do you just continually rotate problems? Well, I'll deal with this later. Well, I'll deal with this later. Do you see solutions, or do you see problems? I really think it's important to, again, people, they are who they are, and they are the kind of people they are. But I think it's important to see solutions. So if I say, hey, you, Joe, whoever this is might be for, I heard tomorrow you're getting a raise at work. Congratulations, that's pretty cool. And Joe has two options. He's got several options, but Joe, problem seer, responds with, man, that would be great, but that would never happen. They just, where I work, they just wouldn't ever do that. Joe number two says, oh, that's fantastic. I love that. That's cool. Can't wait. I'm excited. So who's going to get the raise? You know, speak it on yourself. Why not? Well, you know, but if you do that and it doesn't happen, then you're disappointed. Okay, I understand that expectation is a road to disappointment oftentimes. I do understand that. But are we talking about the same thing right here? Just speak it on yourself. But, I mean, stop focusing on the problems. They're never going to get resolved. They're never going to get fixed if you stay continually focused on the problems. Start focusing on a solution. So instead of going, man, this bill is late. This bill is late, and I'm going to get hit with a late fee. I just know it. Instead of just having that circling around in your head all night, wake up tomorrow morning and think, well, maybe I can just get up and what can I do to stop it? Maybe I can get up tomorrow morning, make a phone call. Say, hey, you know what? I just forgot. I forgot to pay it. I'm sorry, but I'll pay it today. I don't know about you. I've been late on stuff before. It's been a while. I try to stay on top of that stuff now. But I can't tell you how many times somebody said, oh, you know what? Well, thank you for calling, and we're going to take out that late fee. Oh, man, I really want to go get this car loan, but, I don't see how I could possibly get this car loan. That's just not, it doesn't happen for me like that. Why would you say that? Why would you ever say that? Why? What steps do I have to do? Hello? What do I have to do to get this car loan? What do I have to do? Focus on the solution. If you spend all your time focusing on that problem, guess what? It's going to still be a problem. So I struggle with that myself. So this is I'm giving you a little bit of me right here. I struggle with that myself when people are that way, because I just can't. My brain won't allow me to be that way. But I've also kind of been in this process of retraining, my brain a little bit to stay focused on solutions and not problems. What can you do to change that kind of thing? You have to change it immediately, as soon as it happens. As soon as you go, I mean, literally, as soon as I say, "Hey, we're going tomorrow night to empty the storage building," whatever. I don't know. I'm just randomly pulling stuff. Well, it's gonna snow tomorrow. Might get and it might actually snow tomorrow, is what I understand. My brain just goes, well, let's just wait till that happens and then deal with it and then figure out how to find a workaround. You have to stop that stuff immediately. You have to stop it immediately. You don't have to. You can be however you want to be. Be whoever you want to be. For me personally, I have to stop it right then. I have to stop it right then immediately, because I don't want to be. Again, you be how you want to be. But for me personally, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that way. I want to be working on solutions to problems and not problems. And this goes across the board. And I'm sure I'll have these things always kind of spark new things for me. So I'll have a ton of other stuff, coming for this. I'm sure I do these because we have so much negativity in this world. And honestly, I want to create an imbalance of positivity. There's too much positivity. I won't stop until I hear somebody say, "Man, there is too much positivity in this world." So you guys at work, don't try that tomorrow. I know you're going to try that. I know. I'm not going to stop these. I've been told to do them. I've been led to do them, so I'm doing them. I don't know who they're for. If they reach that one person, then I've done what I need to do. But I'm just saying, we need to tip the scales back to where there's more positivity than negativity. And if this is one way to do it, do it. And hey, if you've thought about it, if you like anything I've said, and you thought, "Man, that's what I'm talking about. Let's spread some positivity," but I don't feel like doing videos, or I don't want to. Well, then just start posting stuff on Facebook, random stuff on Instagram, on whatever you have, like TikTok. I don't know, whatever. Just start randomly posting positive stuff. Can't hurt anything, right? Do it. Just do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's spread this stuff out like wildfire. So, I mean, and no matter what you've done in your past, I can't say this enough. That's your past. That's your past. Let it go. I've got stuff I've done I'm not proud of. I hate it. You have to move on. You have to move on for you, and you have to move on for the people that you love and the people that love you. Things that you do affect everybody. Don't let that hold you down. Somebody said this to me the other day, and I freaking love it. Dirty water doesn't stop plants from growing. That's just, dirty water doesn't stop plants from growing. Whew. Thank you, Lord, that it don't. That's so good right there. That is so good. Thank you, my brother, for giving me that. I can't take any credit for it. That's freaking awesome. I'm just saying, and keep in mind, this stuff is hard that we're talking about. It's hard, but you can do it. Just start making changes. You can do it. Don't let negative words, don't let negative people stop your progress. People are going to think you're crazy. They're going to think you're crazy. "Man, this guy, there's no way this guy's positive all the time." And they're going to look for stuff. Let them. It's okay. Be you. You're on a mission to change yourself. You're on a mission to change your path. Aren't you tired of being hurt, of being ugly to people, of being negative? Come on, man. Let's just try something a little different. I'm just saying. And don't forget, the more difficult your road is, the larger your purpose is. I love that too. I love that too. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It's true though. Let me show you this. So, this is a very basic and simple thing that I did. So what I understood, this is just a very simple E minor pentatonic scale that I'm playing in, and I'm actually playing over some E minor notes, and then it's in C, and then D, back to C, and then E minor. So it's important to know what you're playing over the top of. But what I always thought was cool was the difference between happy notes and sad notes. And when I wrote this, I was feeling sad, I suppose. I honestly don't remember what I was feeling, but I can tell just from the notes that I'm playing. And even when I play it, I can kind of feel those emotions coming back up a little bit. But what I learned was these little half-step notes in these scales. If you don't know your scales, it's okay. Just listen to it. These little half-step notes were what made this convey what I was feeling. So this, and then right here, and then one of my favorite passages. Last bend right there, that it gives you hope a little bit, like maybe things are turning around. This is so sad right here. That note right there is, and then right back to maybe there's hope. So also, I like the way bends and slides sound a little different. So. I'll bend this one up. It's kind of cool. And then back to this. So I slide up to that first one because I like it. And then bend it. It just speaks to me. The second part's just an octave. I'm getting brave, I'm getting excited, and then back to kind of a little bit of uncertainty and sadness right here. And then let's resolve it. So try it. Just because there's a scale, a written scale, doesn't mean you have to stay in it. Slide it up, slide it out, slide it around, try some different things. But most importantly, does it say what you're trying to say on guitar? And that was always, again, growing up playing guitar. Man, you're a really good guitar player. I'm terrible at taking compliments. So I'd always say, I appreciate it, but I've got a long way to go. Got a lot to learn still. But I was very expressive. And to some extent, still am. It comes and goes. But I was very expressive. So I knew how to make this thing sound what I was feeling. And honestly, that's what made me a good guitar player. Back, we're talking about way back. We don't have to talk about how far back. But try some of that stuff. Listen to it. Is it saying what you want to say? I know I talk circles, and I know I say things over and over. I know. I'm not a professional at doing any of this. I've looked at professionals that do this stuff. Darn, I dropped my pick. And how they do these videos and how they do them professionally and what they're doing. And I'm just going to tell you, it's not me. That's just not me. But I do enjoy doing them. And I hope it gets to the right person. Whoever it may need to be. All right. That's it. My name's Gary. Peace.